Hello, traders. This is your trader's friend. Thank you for joining me today for another video. I'm so glad you've taken the time to be with me. Today, I would like to talk to you about consolidation. I've been noticing as of late in the market, and remember, things are constantly changing in the market, but I've been noticing as of late in the market that once you have a good entry, sometimes you're having these periods of consolidation. I'm going to show you two trades that I got into this morning. This is the Aussie JPY on the 1 minute time frame. Now that's my 200 period, my 50 period, and so on. But you can see the utter perfection in this trade. Look at this trade. That entry is at 74.56, and we got here and we got into this period of consolidation. We got into about 30 minutes of consolidation on this pair this morning, and you can imagine after 2-ish in the morning how happy I was with that. But price continued, and this is a thing that I failed to do. So I want to remind you, prior to getting into the market, take a look at your economic calendar and your economic reports, because I failed to do that this morning. So I was not very happy in this trade. But you'll see that price continued to go up to 70 75.25. So it actually ended up going up 79 pips, but it took well over an hour to get that done because of that area of consolidation. When you get into consolidation, you can do one or two things. First of all, if you know you're in a good trade, if you have the courage, go ahead and hold out. That's if you're comfortable with that. If not, just go ahead and get out and wait for price to move again. Now, never enter a market in consolidation. Never, ever, ever do that. It's a setup market. And another thing, once you're in a good trade, consolidation is time to doubt. Consolidation is either a time for a setup or it's a time for doubt once you've entered a good trade. Let me show you the second trade I entered this morning. Okay, this was the one on the Euro USD 1 minute time frame, and I have to tell you, I was really less than happy when I was in this trade this morning, simply because, and I just sat in front of my monitor with my mouth wide open because I could not believe it. But again, I failed to look at the economic report. Here you just have price poetry perfection. I got into this and I sat in consolidation. You can see how this thing just stayed in consolidation, and you see where I drew an area of support and resistance, but it stayed in consolidation for about 40 minutes. I was not really happy, but price went from 126.50 all the way up to 127.25. It went up 75 pips, but it took over an hour. So like I said, consolidation is either a market for a setup, so never enter consolidation. But once you know that you've made a good entry, you can write that out until you get stopped out or until you hit your take profit. And I wanted to show you one more thing I thought was ironic. I drew this early this morning in the 2-ish a.m. hour, but look at what happened later on that day. Isn't that amazing? This came about again around this came about again at 4:55 my time a.m. And look at this trade. Look at this trade perfection. There's the 50 period, the other smaller moving averages. Here's your 200. And just, I mean, look at the perfection in that trade. Now you get into that trade and you have an hour of consolidation before that trade continues on in a bearish fashion, eventually um, hitting a low of 126.81. That's over 100 pips from the high this morning. Okay, this is just another quick example. Look at the beauty in that trade. Just the perfect trade. And you'll see how you get into nice profit. And I woke up, this was actually Friday's trade. Woke up, got into this trade. It sideways trended for over 20 minutes. And I was just kind of sleepwalking that morning. So I got out of this trade and I actually ended up having to get back in. But you can see that price continued to fall down well over 100 pips. This thing was a cash cow. Also, remember when you make your entries, the smoothness of your moving averages. I know that sounds, but the smoothness of when you have crinkly moving averages and stuff like this, it generally does not work out for the best trade. And also, you're looking for closeness in the bigger moving averages. This is a 200 period and the 50 period, and you can see this trade now. There are times when you are in a period of consolidation, and if you use moving averages, check your moving averages. If you don't, go ahead and wait for the market to show you what it is that is going to do. And remember, you're looking to get in these in the best trade setup. Let me show you a really good one again. Look at the moving averages, look at the smoothness of them, little period of consolidation. Even after you get here with that consolidation, look at the moving averages and price continues in, and look at the distance. So that's really, really important when you are on a downside trade. Guys, you can absolutely do this. You can be successful at Forex, but just keep in mind that I've noticed now after some good trades that there is this long period of consolidation. And like I said, that is the time that the market gives you to doubt your entry. So with that, you can do whatever it is that you're comfortable with, but I just wanted to give you a warning. Guys, you can absolutely do this. You can absolutely be successful at Forex. Have a terrific trading week.